Welcome to Comcast High School Sports on Demand, powered by MaxPreps.com. I'm Cynthia Nickerson. There's no doubt Hightower quarterback Bralon Addison is one of the top athletes in Fort Bend County. Right now in District 23-5A, Bralon is ranked third in passing yards, throwing for over 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. But he can do more than just throw the ball. Bralon can also get the job done on the ground as well. He's second on his team in rushing and 5th in the district overall, rushing for 564 yards and 6 touchdowns. He's quick to point out that a lot of his numbers are because of the outstanding play from his offensive line. And although things are clicking now, the season started off shaky.
It's going good right now. We started off losing 2 games, but we're back on the winning column now, so it's getting pretty good right now.
Bralon has natural talent and athletic ability. He's gone through almost 4 years of high school playing 3 sports.
As a freshman, I ran track, played basketball, and played football. It was pretty stressful, having to deal with classes, and, you jumping from that transition from middle school to high school. It's a big transition, trying to balance the classes and the sports. So I just had to get accustomed to it and get adjusted to it, and it's been pretty fun the last couple of years because, I got acquainted to it, and so my sophomore, junior, senior year pretty much been easy.
As much success as Bralon has had, he's quick to give credit to those that he learned from when he was an underclassman.
My first year here, AJ was a starting quarterback, and, watching him play and growing up with him, I had to learn a lot of things from him. He pretty much taught me the offense, and then my sophomore year playing receiver, watching Justin do it too, it was, it helped me out a lot to be who I am today, and I think I owe it to those guys to, some of my success at the quarterback position. And I think right now playing receiver is my main focus, but I had to play quarterback for Hightower, and I pretty much enjoy it, and I think if I would have never got to see those guys play quarterback first, I probably wouldn't be as good as I am.
This is Bralon's senior year, and he admits it's a challenge to stay focused, but they've got their eyes on a state championship, and he knows what they have to do to get there.
Senior year, a lot of distractions. You just got to hang around your guys a lot. They'll keep you focused on what the main goal is. We want to win a state championship here. That's always been the goal since the school's open. So, just stay around them, see them every day. Remember, keep winning and keep trying to get that state championship. I think that's what's helping me stay focused a lot.
Over the summer, Bralon was able to sharpen his skills by working out with some of the best athletes in high school, as well as learning from the pros.
This summer I went to 2 camps, the Gridiron Kings in Orlando, and I went to the Open in Oregon. And basically it was some of the top guys, top high school football players around the country. And, they invited us in to Oregon at the Nike headquarters, and they paid for everything. And, we got to eat for free and meet a lot of group of guys from around the country in different areas. And, that was real fun for me, a real exciting experience. And, for me to go outside the state of Texas and meet other guys from other states, that was a real blessing to me. And, I went back to Orlando, and they did kind of the same deal. And, it was just a real blessing. I had a lot of fun, met a lot of guys, met guys like Jerry Rice, met Patrick Peterson, Dominican Sue, Aaron Curry. I met a lot of NFL players, NFL greats, and I feel like it was a real blessing to learn things that they've already accomplished in their lives.
It was great preparation for what lies ahead. Bralon has been recruited by several colleges, including Arkansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma State, Oregon, Texas Tech, and University of Houston. But he's made a choice.
I'm going to go to Texas A&M and play football next year and study in telecommunication and media studies. So after football season, I'll pretty much be ready to get up there. Right now I'm having fun with my guys playing football, but after that's over, I'll probably just be ready to get there already. A lot of guys, they go far from home and they get homesick. So, that was just my biggest thing. How close could I go to get to home and still have a great situation, great college football program, and great academic program. And, we're better fit than Texas A&M, only an hour away from home. And I feel like, since I want to be close to home, go to a great school like Texas A&M.
At Texas A&M, Bralon will play receiver. Despite his success at quarterback for the Canes, it's receiver that he's most comfortable with.
Yeah, I feel like I'm fit right in. I know a lot of the guys on the team right now, and I feel like I can fit in with them and, hopefully help the program out. We're struggling right now, but hopefully we'll get back on the right track.
He knows it will be a challenge making the move from high school to college and then from quarterback to wide receiver, but even more of a challenge going from Fort Bend District 23 5A to the SEC.
When I first came into A&M, we were a Big 12 team. I started hearing rumors about the SEC, and it finally came true. And a lot of people thought I would be upset about that, but I'm actually kind of excited. You get to play against LSU, the Alabamas, the Auburns, and those kinds of schools. And they consider those schools to be the top schools, the cream of the crop. Basically, the SEC is supposedly the best conference around. For me to have the opportunity to go play in that conference is really exciting for me.
Now that high school is almost behind him, Bralon can look back and give advice to young players looking to follow in his footsteps.
Never quit on your dreams. That's a big deal. A lot of guys, people tell them, you can't do this, you can't do that. You're too small, you're too big, you're too goofy. You're not coordinated. But just believe in yourself and keep working hard. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything. Keep your eyes on the prize.
Thanks for watching Comcast High School Sports on Demand, powered by MaxPreps.com. I'm Cynthia Nickerson.